noticed, look, the hairdresser came last night. We are lack of hairless.
Yes, we are slightly hairless, or in your case very hairless, and mine
Right, no
slightly
need for
less
that.
hair. But the quickest way to lose weight after lockdown, that was at least a stone gone off my head.
Well, we're off to the New Forest. Let's see if I can try and put this together. The New Forest Centenary Caravan Club site.
Yes, catchily named.
That's a mouthful, isn't it?
Catchily named, that is, yeah.
I don't even know. Did I get it the right way around? Who knows? Who knows? But it's a caravan club site, which means it's still not mid-May, so the toilet situation, unlike the devices site where they were shut, this time their toilets are open.
Be interesting to see what they use, what they employ to control numbers.
Hey, do you reckon rubber band thing will be back?
Rubber bands or the keys in Milton fluid option?
I'll let you know. It's New Forest, so there should be things to see and explore down there. Be quite happy. And as you can see, no kids or dog.
Yeah, we've actually got a weekend, just the two of us pleasing ourselves, probably the first time in about 20 years.
Do you reckon it might involve more pub meals and things?
Not sure. Certainly will involve takeaway, certainly will involve shopping.
Yeah, maybe a takeaway actually.
Yeah, it certainly will involve shopping, for sure, and walks as well, and photographs and filming, and all the things we like to do.
Cool. See you later. Now, interestingly, en route, about 3/4 of the way down, or just a little bit over that, you go through a village called Lyndhurst, which is an actual one-way system, which is really quite a nice place to visit. Now, we do come back there on one of our gallivanting days out, and so looking at this map, you do come down from the top of the screen, and one of my sat navs said turn right. Well, you can't, it's a one-way system, you have to turn left. And when you get down to the bottom of that, you can see that Google says you have to go round and round and round. In actual fact, what you do want to do is take that road that goes off to the left about 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and then just takes you back on to the main A35, which is en route to the site. And probably the reason why we come back to this site a bit later on is it's not the usual same old, same old. Yes, the shops are quite quaint. There are some ones that are usual, but on the whole, it's generally shops that you've not seen before. And also, yeah, I mean, for a village, it's actually got a big Ferrari dealership, including this shop in front of us. And so, roughly 20 minutes later, we get off the main A35. We trundle down this road, which actually does go into Bransgore for your fish and chips later. I'll give you a shout on that. But we turn right here and we go up to the Caravan and Motorhome Club site, which will appear on your left hand side. There is another one a little bit further on, but you don't want that one, obviously.
Oh, I remember. Well, I remember this turn. There's a massive pothole there.
Look
and
at
a nice queue. Still rare, anyway. Perhaps they're doing the same.
Now, I do suppose this is only to be expected. After all, it is a bank holiday weekend. The rain has gone. As you can see, we have blue skies. And having been locked down for so long, no doubt people want to get out. I am in a position, though, to take off, as you can see, my wing mirrors to help speed up the process. But I suppose it is what it is.
Won't keep you too much longer, I hope.
Oh, checking all completed, feeling back in the car, and then this warden gets me to do this rather strange manoeuvre around that vehicle in front of us. Oh, look at that big black cloud up there. I hope it's not coming this way. Something to be aware of. The CMC have got quite a few large sites. This is one of them. There are 275 pitches. Quite a lot of it, as we found out, was already full, and tonight they will be full. Now, as I didn't want pitches near the entrance, you can see me driving down here, but luckily there's one coming up on the left near the toilet block. Now this one also looks quite cool in so much I should be able to drive onto the pitch and reverse straight back in without having to stop and get the motor movers out, which would be a Brucey. But it's not the be all and end all. If I need to get them out, I need to get them out. And as the chap in front has parked his caravan right at the back of the pitch, I can encroach on it a little bit. As you can see, I'm just wiggling it into position so that I don't actually have to do very much, which is good. And then I should be able to reverse straight back in. Well, that was cool. So just a quick check that everything's hunky-dory, and then it's over to Fiona. Now we have hydraulics on the bottom of this caravan, so we could just put it into the position that we want it, raise the wheel up, or both the wheels up on one side, and then spin around and put the locks on while still connected to the car, as you would do in a service station. But here I'm doing it manually. So it's a bit jiggery pokery, just forward and backwards a little bit until the wheel alignment is spot on. Well, that was easy. Both the locks on, and now we can put the needler and everything back in the car and unhook all the cables and all that from the back of the car and caravan, and then I can disconnect and away we go. So super smug that everything worked. First time of asking. But that's not what happened, is it? You have to own up to these mistakes when you make them. You ended up being a bit of a prat, didn't you? That mental checklist never actually got checked, did it? Is this the point where you sigh? Do you remember a couple of weeks back I had to replace the breakaway cable because I broke it? Well, guess what I did? I broke it again. And with no warning, internet, TV, tent, water and waste. I think there's a song in there. Anyway, we're all sorted, ready for an update from Fiona on the toilets.
Right, in the past we've had bands on hooks, keys and bands in Milton. Here we have a mixture of everything, you see. Ladies, gents bands in Milton. So take said band,
Oh God.
put it on
Oh, the
hook,
hooks.
go inside, then take your band off, pop it in Milton. That's if you've got boobies. Not boobies, purple band.
Right, okay. Oh, I forgot to mention, we use Wi-Fi for the internet, so yeah, and we have an aerial plugged into that Wi-Fi device as well, so just for your information, here's the speeds. Yep, happy with that. Now, wandering back to reception, we spotted a couple of signs on the way in, one saying fish and chips, but it's Friday, so that means we can only have pizza. Now, I didn't want pizza, so we went to Branscore, which as you can see on the map is not that far away. And as we took the northerly route, still staying in the New Forest, we actually got to see some wildlife. Fabulous. Now, Branscore itself is not that big, but it does have a free car park and there's a chippy, so yeah, we can have fish and chips, even though it's on a Saturday night. And the view out the caravan window, well, I feel a time lapse coming on, I think. Well, good morning, campers. Look, my turn to do the bacon today.
Yes, he's only set the alarm off once so far.
Alright, steady. But I'm still using the same gas bottle that we had a few weeks ago in Devices, so it's still the one with not very much in the bottom.
Yeah, still all going
However,
strong.
I have got a bloody boo-boo, I did. And guess what I broke when I got here? That breakaway cable that I just fitted. It's just snapped the end off, look. Because I thought I took it off. Well, I did take it off the car, but and the loop just fell back on the hitch head again, and it just snapped the end. But you have found that they're really expensive. I just need to go and get another one, only a £5. But you found somewhere, haven't you?
Yeah, I did a little internet search and we found a caravan store just 12 minutes from site, so we can soon sort that out.
That's Brucey. And then just pan out and have a look out the window. It is absolutely gorgeous. And there's even a couple outside, look, having breakfast.
3 of them slept in that van. Oh, quick Steve, bacon's burning.
Well, after that nice breakfast, and without setting any alarms off, I hasten to add, we wander off to the Air Memorial, which is close by. But first, the dog track. There's 2 dog walks here. This is one of them, and you just go all the way up to the end, and then you come back down the other side. So if you got a greyhound or a lurcher like we have, brilliant. You'll thoroughly enjoy this. Here we are, the other end. This is by the entrance on the way in. And if you're outside of the dog walk, there's a poo bin, because obviously the New Forest is right behind me. But if you're actually in the dog track, I'm going to call it a dog track, brilliant greyhound racing. Meow. How about this for a mouthful then? Caravan and Motorhome Club, New Forest Centenary Site. As you can see, it's 6 minutes to walk to the War Memorial from the caravan site, not far at all. Now there is also right next to the club site, which is that way, not behind
the trees.
Beyond the trees, you can see it just through there, look. There's a memorial site for the Second World War airmen. Oh, this is the memorial to all the areas. I thought it was just here, but it's not. Got Herne Airport, that's Bournemouth. Christchurch down the bottom. Oh, it's not that far away, but wow, it's yeah, the New Forest airfield. And I suppose in hindsight, when we were wandering around, we were seeing just odd bits of concrete, and now I know why, because it's quite a complex set of runways they had, and spread over quite an area by the looks of it too. Now that shop where I had to go and get my cable wasn't all that far away. However, it did take a little bit longer than expected because of what's in front of us now. So I never expected to see an actual pony and trap. But we get there, and this shop, even though it's a motorist shop, does sell, as you can see on the left hand side on the glass there, does load of caravan stuff. And when you get inside, half the shop is caravan stuff, so well worth a visit. Now back to the site. I mean, this place is huge, and it's probably because of the actual location where it is and what you can see in the New Forest. But there are service pitches there. There is also a play area for kids, as well as yet another dog walk, and also bring your golf clubs, or maybe your balls as well, because, you know, that's there too. And apart from the obvious exercise that walking around gives you, you can actually see some really odd things as well as some really nice things. An awful lot of people are extremely friendly anyway, and it gives you some really good ideas. Apart from the fact it's not all about caravans anyway, you never know what you might see. Hey Robin. All it remains for me to do is say thank you very much for watching. And next time there will be that time lapse. We actually do go to see Lyndhurst and the Ferraris and some stunning pony footage. But either way, thank you very much. Please like, subscribe, don't forget to hit the little bell, and I'll see you soon.